You know what we got to do is turn the key. No dice on third. Beauty is only skin deep. Ugly goes to the bone. Hello, and welcome to another episode of TC Finds. Today, we're starting ahead of the game again. We'll backtrack a little bit, but let me explain everything that fell into place here. I'd kind of been low-key looking for a four-wheel drive Suburban Tahoe, something like that. I have 4 children, so obviously room is an issue in a normal truck. So I was gallivanting about my day, and I get a phone call from my friend Josh. He said, "Hey, I'm buying a vehicle. Could you come get it?" I'm like, "Well, what kind of vehicle is it?" He tells me it's this. I say, "Is it four-wheel drive?" He says, "Yes." I said, "You want to sell it?" He says, "Sure." So we go over there. Here's what you're about to see in the next scene. That'll kind of bring us up to speed to here. Me and Zane, my co-host, kind of go through it. And it's not bad. But the major problem is the tramil. Third gear has left the building. And on top of that, I'm going to the coast in 3 weeks. So I have 3 weeks to make this thing coast ready, but more than coast ready, it has to be overland ready. So we're gonna get to work lifting this thing a little, cleaning it up, building a bumper, winch, you know, new headlights, all the good things. I have 3 weeks to do it, and I work 10-hour days. So obviously weekends off. So I suppose we shall continue. It's moving?
No, it's not moving.
Barely? Oh, it's just crawling then. You're on TC Finds.
Hey, all right. Is that all it's got? Is it slipping or what?
No, I think he's just crawling.
Right now. I don't want to sling that drive shaft out.
Yeah, no. Just do what you're doing. And it has sat there for a whopping 4 years, maybe. Or less. Notice that drive shaft spinning right there. Coincidence? I think not. So current predicament, dead battery. We need to switch it into neutral or something, I don't know. So we're gonna jump it. Blue, 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 blue. Brown. Curious how many miles are on it.
Almost the same as my Tahoe. 276, 673.
Not terrible then.
My Tahoe's a 279, 280.
Wow. So Mr. Edwards up there just had me fix my AC by beating on that 3 times, and the rear AC started working.
Well, let's see if it'll come back on.
Okay. Yep. Fixed.
Yeah, so if it does that, you just tweet them.
So we're a little sheetrocky back here. She's a little rough. These do not stay up.
Those are cheap on Amazon.
Yep, you're gonna have to give me the list.
No list.
Yep, of all the essentials for a Chevrolet or GM product like this. So what do we currently need to do?
Reattach the drive shaft.
And what do you got to do up there with it? Nothing?
I just wanted to put it back in two-wheel drive and put it in neutral so we can turn stuff
Oh, that makes sense.
to line it up.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll do that now.
Yeah, you want to go find I think it's 11 millimeter or 7/16. You're going to need a long socket and a wrench. You'll probably be able to get 2 of them with the socket and 2 of them with the wrench.
All right.
Wow.
So you're relaxed. So in here we got sunroofs, all the roofs. It's dirty and it's hot. We aren't gonna open that. But it all works.
Well, we gotta show them or they're not gonna believe us. So it goes the
Tilt up.
Then if you wanna put your chi-chis out in the wind.
Ooh. It's great in the heat.
It feels gross out there.
Yeah, it does. Let's close that
I
back
never
up.
got the point of those.
Me either. Really and truly.
All they're good for is leaking.
Yep. AC is blaring cold. Obviously, the blower needs to be cleaned. She has a tape player.
It's quieter down a touch.
Yeah, that way people could hear. Here's all our stuff for the drive shaft I'm putting in.
Came with a deposit on parts.
Oh, yes. It's going to need all the parts because this one is actually a keeper. Uh-oh, ignore him. Let's lock the doors.
Intruder alert!
Good, we locked the doors.
Intruder alert!
We got heated seats. No, we'll see what this guy wants. So brothers now joined the chat. We found those cup holders and a picture of somebody that served our country, so thanks be to him.
So you got these sweet lights, so if you want to be sure how ugly you are, you can turn up the brightness.
That's pretty good. And then in here with the selling point of the Suburban, of all things.
That's the case, the CD's in here.
Well, yeah, but well, getting to carry around a picture of Reba to stare at all day. Come on now.
Because she's a survivor.
Yeah, she survived.
No, she's a.
It says it right here.
She's a single mom who works too hard.
It says it right here.
We got, ooh, who do we got here? We've got Smash Kiss. Kiss and Reba. They are some well-rounded people.
This turd works. Oh, something's happening.
Ooh, I don't know if they're good things. We got us a solid old
Hey, I said work.
carabiner in here. That's a good clasp. We got sunscreen.
Ooh. I don't think it works, mister.
We got nail clippers. You need these.
I do?
Yeah.
I just clipped my nails the other night.
Oh, well, you don't need them. I bite my nails, so I don't need them. For a racer, that's actually a very good investment to have. Oh, here's the tag that's faded off.
Oh, we need that. 6,900.
And look at
GW.
look in there. Look at, oh man, I can't capture the disgust. The amount of hair in there
Ooh!
is pretty bad.
Oh my.
Did they shave in here?
No, they probably hold the dog around.
Freaking dogs.
Where's Red Dog? He should be in here with us.
I had bought for the red Suburban y'all had seen a few episodes ago an LED conversion kit for all these lights that I've only used half of them on, so I'll use the other half for these. We got anything in here? See Pepe? You need that.
GMC Acadia Denali, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah?
he did.
He did his research.
His research.
Antacid. Well, nobody should do acid. That's just a rule of thumb.
Is it?
Dang it, these coupons are expired.
We got a book
Not my coupons.
and we got things.
We used one.
So it's coming around. We ain't too shabby. Even the Christmas tree.
Hit the OnStar button.
Doing that. Oh, we don't want to look at my phone, so we'll just look at that. 79 degrees. We got Red Cross.
Hit it.
No,
Rear
I'm
wiper
scared.
Works.
Rear wiper works.
Doesn't squirt.
Good spare.
Squirt, damn it.
Vents.
I do sometimes.
I can hear it trying. It must be empty.
Well, empty's a good sign. Those work. Oh.
She's a squirter.
Those wipers are only 2 years old. Is it gonna come around back there? Probably
Bet you it's
not.
making a puddle on the trailer on the back driver corner because they always come disconnected by the
Really?
back. Yeah.
All right, let's go look. No, I don't see any puddles. Nada mojada.
See how it feels? See how it feels compared to mine?
Exactly. So drive shaft is back in. It's over here. You can't see it, but I reconnected it. Now we can see how it goes down the road and how cooked the trans actually is. And Zane fixed the windshield wiper situation,
Well,
possibly.
It was disconnected, like I said, but I don't see no puddle, so I don't know. But you can hear the pump pumping up front, but I don't see a puddle nowhere, so
It's something.
maybe it's plugged up somewhere.
Yeah, or leaking else. Well, no, I don't see any other leaks. It's something. Oh, it's moving. So the trans works a little bit at least. All right. Test drive time. Here we go. Oh, it shifted.
Shifted fine.
Does that slip? Yep.
Yep. Well, they weren't lying.
Nope.
It doesn't like second gear.
They said second gear?
I don't know.
Oh, but yeah, second gear is no bueno. Oh, yeah, there she slipped.
Well, it may have been third. It should be in second right now.
Give her some gas. Oh yeah, second feels good.
She don't like third gear.
Yep.
No third gear.
Third gear is bye-bye.
I don't think it'd be going into overdrive that soon, but
No. So you just got to get speed picked up. Skip third altogether and hit overdrive. This is nice. It doesn't ride terrible.
no, not for all the air springs being blown out. It looked like.
Yep. It's comfortable.
Well, at least you know where it needs to go now.
Yep. Straight to the trans shop. Hooray.
Hooray! It's only money.
Just money. So let's get a closer look here. A real detailed look. From afar, not bad. Sunburn, well, duh. It's Texas. Molding, falling off, but maybe the old flip-flop technique could get all that off of there. Definitely damage there. We'll start with the outside and work our way in. Back here, not looking too bad. Oh, but aside from bump, fiddlesticks, this bumper's definitely gonna go. This side has a little more of the issues. We got some scratches there, big old ding there. And Bondo has happened, as you can see right in that region. Come back around to this side of the fender, looking pretty good. I think the paint will clean up pretty nicely. Bug deflector. Ugh, I love bug deflectors actually, but this one's dunzoed. Dunzoed. Let's look at the inside. Interior, honestly not terrible. Door panels are pretty clean. I did the Suburban, I don't know, pushing a year ago. And you could see how bad that one was. And it was pretty bad compared to this. Chevrolet, or GM, got this right here. Between seat and instrument cluster and comfort and angle. Aside from the steering wheel, I don't like how the steering wheel's a little off. Or at least it seems off. But literally aside from that, it's the creature of comfort. We got 3 rows of seating, which is mainly amazing for me due to having so many children. The vents, they got perfectly right. The air condition is amazing in these trucks. Everything's really good. We're gonna document everything we do financially from that standpoint. I'm gonna keep track of every dollar I spend. That way you know what you need to do to get into a vehicle like this yourself. So far, I have $1,500 in the truck. I paid $1,500 for this clean blue title ready. I went to Wally World last night, bought oil, coolant, all the cheaper stuff to clean it, and to O'Reilly's for filters. So we'll start with all that today.
I think we need to wash it too.
And we need to wash it too. I think we'll actually wash it first, maybe? I don't know. We'll dig into this thing, but we have 3 weeks to do it. Under the hood, we don't look too bad. Got some leafage. The oil looked good. We'll top her off with a little coolant. But first, we'll get this battery out. It's not very old. Hopefully, they'll warranty it. But I bought a new battery last night. That way, we know we are just good to go. So I'll touch base after this puppy is out. Battery is in. Now she should just start right up. Now, I gave us time yesterday with all the bleep bloop issues from having a dead battery. Oh yeah, we're in business now. 276,000, not too bad. Here we go. Oh yeah, right up. Right up. Oh, I didn't even realize it has temperature chairs. Oh no, we want circulate. We need to get that fan out and clean it. Sounds awful. Maybe we'll start with that while we clean the interior. That way it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Right, guy?
Yep.
Yep. Ooh. Ooh. Not too shabby. Whew. Needless to say, they left a little trash. Don't go here, go to your local tire shop. We've got a thing back here.
And we found the pen.
And the pen. We'll save the pen.
Yeah.
Fire extinguisher. I guess we could save that.
There's this.
Yeah, they definitely hauled sheetrock in here. That's nice. And what'd you find there, Buster? A black thing. Cool. Yep, we'll get her nipped.
Yeah.
We got a mixture of jack tools. The spare was back here. And stuff. So we're gonna consolidate all this garb. Got the seats out. Glad it has those. If not, well, I wouldn't be getting it. And yeah, start vacuuming. Santa Claus came, known as, you know, the Amazon man. We got LEDs. And we got, ooh, fancy LEDs. So we'll plop these in real quick and get rid of all this rudimentary old lighting. Because it's time to upgrade. Ooh, that's nice. What are we doing?
Budget lifting this.
Budget lifting.
Keys and coils and overload shockies.
All stuff that's complete Chinese to me. I don't deal. I only deal with Dodge relays, not GMC relays.
34 and a half.
That's fair. 34 and a half is fair.
36 and a quarter.
Okay.
34 and 5/8. That's surprising that the driver's side
Is higher, right?
And 35 and 3/4.
We found something.
It's a good.
That's a good. And that's
It's a little wobbly for the high speeds.
that is trash.
Is it the ball joint or the hub? It's
Or
the
both.
Hub. It's the hub.
Okay, good. That's fine. Only 3 weeks left. Pushing 2 now. That's fine. So we have a thing that's black with numbers.
A couple of them.
That's a key. I don't know what this is. Oh, it came with stickers.
Yep.
Wee! And we got a ball joint tool.
No.
Hmm.
Pushing key unloading tool.
All hippie talk.
It's pretty simple.
We'll see.
Sometimes you don't need them, sometimes you do.
We'll probably need them.
It's in the rear divot.
Mm-hmm.
This goes in the back divot. And basically, sometimes there's a hole up there to locate it. Yes, there is. Somewhere. Where you at? There it is. So you just get this in that little divot. Take that bolt all the way out. And then you slide this little crossbar that the bolt threads through.
Mm-hmm.
And then you loosen this till it relaxes.
Interesting. And then you crank it
What?
to raise it.
Yeah, so yeah, and then you put the further the bolts are in, the more it lifts it, the longer the bolts are out, the lower it rides.
Okay.
And these have been cranked from stock for sure.
Really?
Usually the passenger side has like an 1.5 inch or so bolt hanging out. This one's only got maybe a 1/2 inch.
Oh.
That's why I said I'm surprised the driver's side is higher.
Well, now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Could have been cranked.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure it has been, but like on both that truck and my Tahoe, with the driver's side bolt buried, cranked all the way,
Yeah.
the passenger side one is out like 1 inch or so.
Oh, makes
And
sense.
that green truck even has brand new torsion bars on it.
Woo! All right.
Pinchy shiny?
Oh, yeah. These are pretty good. Bilstein, Berenstein Bears. One bolt yonder down there, and then let's see, do we go from the top?
The top.
Yes. Okay.
It's almost 3 inches.
That we lifted her? Dang, high and mighty. Or mighty high.
This side, we were 34.5, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. This one.
34.5 and one was 5/8?
Yeah. So this one is exactly 3 inches on that side. This one's 2 7/8 on this side.
Okay. So we got, what are we hunting for? 2 inches?
2.5. Cause see how close you are to your stops? Your droop stops.
Oh, yeah.
You want
Yeah.
a little more than that.
Yeah. We don't need to be beaten.
But we'll need to put the tires at equal pressure to get a measurement.
Called having the right tools for the wrong job.
Or breaking the poles and shattering a window.
What will happen? You be the judge. Woo! Woo!
I'd say she's gonna work.
Yeah. We'll put jack stands just to
Well, I'm gonna
Not-
set it with the tires just on the ground.
okay.
Unbolt everything and then we'll pick it up.
Sounds good. New. Not new. Now that the shocks are removed.
You may wanna put your jack stags somewhere just for shits in cases is.
I know where I'm going.
Where?
Heaven.
Oh, I'm going somewhere. Probably not that direction.
Yeah, I'll stick them under there. Safety third, as some may say. What do we have here?
Stock and Z71 Moogs.
Fair. So we're at 2 1/8 on one side now.
We'll just say the rear, what do you call that? Average is 2 1/4.
2 1/4 rear average.
And the
In front,
is
2
2
and-
5/8.
not bad. Now we need tires.
That made a substantial difference in the
Oh yeah. No more sagging wagon.
Nope.
So next is getting this bumper removed. Had to take off a plastic Cario right here. It looks like there's a bolt yonder. And the bolts. Looks like a chicken rat left its nest in here. Maybe there's a Bolterio underneath. Maybe. Come on. Yep. So hopefully by just doing that, I can pull the bumper off. That's the way a factory frame is supposed to be when you pull your bumper off. not hoopla like that. With one rounded edge and covered in oil. No. Like that. And this right here is how your bumper starts. You put an old fence post, well, you knock the concrete off the fence post, and then clamp things up and just look at it. Just look at it.
Just look at it.
Mr. Edwards knows his Chevrolets.
We have to match.
Alrighty. We got a crossbar on the bottom and 2 side bits. Very similar to the minivan, but just different enough. And now to brainstorm. Because what I'm looking at is this dang to the flang, swing of the thing. And Zane said he marked that out to where we're going to want to carry this and to close that up. But we're getting there. Good progress for just a few hours. Gonna try to get a lot more button tomorrow. And then I also found on the marketplace some wheels. They're nice and all, but they're kind of ugly in the sense that they're completely not symmetrical with the GMC in the center. So the old Yukon's coming around, and then Monday train shop. It is another day, and as I was sleeping last night, I thought, well, hey, I could cut these tacks, pull this out, and then maybe do something about here to here, and then taper it that way. Because this was too much like the van, and I didn't like that. So I know I wanted to go something different. I just started making lines, and that right there, that number is what dreams are made of. Debating to do another cut somewhere in here, but I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that. Other side, gonna have to adjust my line. But overall, progress. Ooh, cabin filter. Oh. Ugh. And the rear one. Yeah, that's healthy air. Look, all that crap came out. I just vacuumed it. Fiddlesticks. Well, hopefully this came with 2. Oh, it did. Good. After church this morning, we picked up llantitas. Generic wheels, tires old. I think I might do that real quick. Get some inspiration. Or is that what they call it? Something like that. So we are putting on our new wheels. But I notice that's shiny and new. These are new lug nuts. And those are shiny studs. Same with the other side. So I'm wondering what has been replaced. Both hubs? Maybe so.
Yeah.
Whenever you got a project going, it's good to step back and kind of look and see what you're actually staring at instead of where you've been working on it for the past week. I think I'm liking that. I think I am. It's crazy what just a little bit of time will do. Really see though, I'm gonna have to do a lot to close this in here because that hangs really low, which I kind of wish it wasn't because I would take it straight up to the fender corner. But with some wheels, a lift, she don't look shabby. What do you think, dude? You like it?
Yes.
Me too. But alas, time to go get the shranny, and we'll keep on rolling with it. I am driving it. I'm driving it for the first time. I just got the trans rebuilt, $2,800. But I go to a guy named Henry over here. He owns HP Transmission in Mico, Texas, and he does a fantastic job. He's on time and does what he says he's gonna do. I've had a lot of good luck with him. He's put another trans in my Ford and swapped the one in my 06 Dodge. So a big thank you to him for this. But it's driving really good. I haven't driven it. I've driven around the yard, but it's doing pretty good. The air conditioning is working swimmingly. Feels right. Feels right. So now I get it back home and finish cleaning and finish putting in all the upgrades. We got headlights in and finish the bumper and keeping on and keeping on. Old, new. Old, new. Even if it makes the smallest difference, it's a difference. Now, when you're building your overlanding rig, you typically do cool graphics or something like that. Well, we don't have the budget for that this episode. So we got paintless or colorless paint here. And we're just gonna take this here. Yep. I'll just give it a little tint for the flint here. I'll absorb it. Yep. We'll do a few coats of this and she'll just blend. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Here is where rubber will meet the road. Will we pass inspection? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Hallelujah, we passed. Needless to say, that's going somewhere. So we're replacing it. Meow. Easy enough, aside from all the bolts being different sizes. It works. A little crunchy. Now to rebuild all that and put it all back on. So we bought a Takamika tin. But then it's going and calling me names. Shame on it. Korea. Well, that's awfully shiny. That'll look good on nasty. New hub bearing. We had developed a squeak. So we have a new belt and new tensioner and new oil. The squeak has been cured. Hooray. So now the rest. Day 46,853, right? We're planning more. Zane and I got some work done off camera on the bumper. We got, boom, the trifecta of hitches installed. Ignore that little gap right there. I got the bumper going on there. Still got to close off the bottom. But it's looking pretty good. But I'm trying to finish out the side plates today. And that's what I'm doing here. So we'll cut this out and see how it looks the rest of the way. There is where one side plate was. And there's the next side plate. Here's the one I cut off. Now we're gonna bring it over here and tack wield it. And then I'm gonna do a few bends in it. I've got it tacked. My intention is I'm gonna cut it there, bend it in where this meets that. And then cut that, bend it out where it meets, this end meets here. And then this end, we're gonna just cut as well, fold in, and then we're gonna cover this here, something like that. I don't know. Metalwork, you just gotta do. Look at Ian Rousseau. So give this thing a little push like that, and then. Ooh, didn't think that one through. Pushing that in meets that, but then again, then it kinks this whole thing out. So I gotta take this line the rest of the way down. Easy enough. We've gone through it all. And all this I'm just kind of scoring. Not going too deep, but not too deep. grinding with cut wheels is always healthy. Okay, so that's pushed in about there. Now I just gotta. Boom. Okay. That's about where I want that. Because that, I don't know if that's gonna work. Because those might separate. Yeah, guy.
I got the bug.
You got the bug. I think is kind of what we're after. Look at that. Flows pretty well. That's about what I'm looking for. Now to do it all again. See, folks, thing with bumpers, everything's twice, you know, because symmetry. Yep. Oh yeah. We're a limousine now, fellers. Let me tell you something. I have had a few vehicles done over here by Syntex, and they do an absolutely excellent job. So if anyone in Texas needs tint, this is the place to go. Now I gotta go to work. So today I'm taking a little pause on building more on the bumper, because I got this cooler and I've got this canopy and the winch to account for to haul. So I need to build a rack of sorts, or 3, to make this happen. All for the beach. So what are we witnessing today?
Witchcraft.
That's what I thought.
It's got one solid pin and then a spring pin.
Because you're handicapped.
Yes.
Yep, that's what I thought.
It was an old wheelchair lift chingazo thingy.
It's pretty stout looking.
Oh yeah, it's all heavy wall tubing.
And for those of you that haven't seen, here's Zane's Tahoe, which I'm attempting to copy right there. Not copy, but have similarities and capabilities.
But yours will never be a hoe.
No, you know what? Mine won't be a hoe, but you know what mine's gonna be? A yuck.
A yuck. Nice.
I thought that one through.
No, that's good. Need to make that happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen today. Man, I like those wheels.
I just washed them, trying to keep them nice.
And tidy with the winch and everything. This way a feller's rig's supposed to look, even with the HD hood.
See. Yeah, it's about that much different.
Yeah.
About double.
We'll get there. Let's see, did my idea work? Not really. Should have used square tubing, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, that would have helped.
Yeah. The idea is there, because right here you just grab your beverages, but we don't need beverages going flat before we get anywhere with all that number.
It may be a little sketchy if that was to break off doing 80.
Yep. Did double it though for fun. Unless we do a frame coming off the back side and up. Like do some 2-inch coming off the back and then just 40, you know, do a 45 or whatever down.
To just rest against it.
Yeah, yeah. So now what we did, Zane had the bright idea, we take some of the angle and turn it on end in there, and I welded it periodically.
To box it.
And now to the shake factor, way less.
Took 80% of it away.
Well, that'll work. Now I just got to paint it.
Paint it? You ain't painting shit.
Nope. We do need to move the license plate though. Front and center.
Put it on the corner.
Yep. Because it's hidden. So we got all these little shekels here to replace these antiques. Ouch, that one's still warm. You might as well put LEDs in, because A, they're brighter like that, and B, well, just because they don't get as hot and they won't melt things. See? Much better. So now I'm going to do the rest of the car. It's these little things that make your truck or Overlander a lot cooler. You even got these in here that have 2 wires going. They're in a little case. You just unscrew those and plop yourself a new one in. There we go. That's better. An attempt was made at removing the rest of the molding. And that's a big pain in the butt. Let me tell you something. I've done it once or twice before. An emblem or a badge here or there, but not that much. And this side, we got all the Bondo for Hondo here, and it just doesn't look good. So I'm going to tear the rest of this off. I got a little plan. Now bear with me. It might tie things together, or I'll look like poop. We'll see. Sometimes you got to do the right thing the wrong way, as they say. Or is it the wrong thing the right way? You find a way. You power through. Right thing the wrong way. No. Right thing. No. Wrong thing the right way. We'll see if this turns out the way I'm thinking. This is Rust-Oleum truck bed coating. And this stuff, it says 0 prep. Don't do anything, just spray it. You don't even have to clean it, supposedly. So we're just gonna lightly give it a little, you know, just a tickle. Hopefully everything we got off is enough. I mean, it's no prep, obviously you got prep. It doesn't say no prep. We'll give us first a little base coat to make it sticky, and go from there. Here we go. Oh yeah. Look at all that moisture leaving it. I need to shake it more. Moment of truth here. Not bad. Now this side is a little more of a challenge because of, you know, the door is complete junk. I'll eventually find a replacement. But until I do, we're just going to leave it. I tried to be less abrasive and creating pockets and holes that you'll see on that one. But one day I might paint it, or I never will. Backside, good. Had to pull off some of the extra trim. But all this that was on here after the body work was on with some different stuff. It's all this black little bits all stuck in my leg hair. So that'll be fun to get out. But now do the same thing. Just mask and paint. Alrighty then, it is the point in the program where we listen to all these katydids yell at me and scream at me for a little bit. And time we add up brass tacks, or whatever you want to call it. We are going to look at costs now of what I have in this Yukon. There's a lot of things on this list, and we'll maybe list them here or something. I really don't know, but I gotta go to the beach now, so it's time. I'm not done. So I bought headlights, but I didn't put them in because I'm still gonna be welding on the bumper, and I don't wanna make the new ones all ugly with grind, splatter, and weld, splatter, and burn marks. So didn't do that. Haven't done the new fan clutch, and yeah, other things, but what can you do? I ran out of time, but that's okay because I could still take it. So let's go over a list of all these things that we have spent money on. The truck, $1,500. The trans, $2,800. Tires, $300. The lift and torsion keys, Zane bought those, more or less $500. The hub, $120. Interior door LEDs, you know, the real shiny ones on the outside, $30. A new LED kit, because I didn't have enough LEDs for the interior, $30. Headlights, $90. LED headlight bulbs, not in, $65. Fan clutch, $45. Floor mats, $95. The lift supports for the rear gate, $25. Brake cleaner, oil, battery, coolant. The truck bed liner, that was a solid old Wally World trip. Oh, and the battery, did I say battery? I don't know if I did. $250. Tint, $340. It's a must in Texas. Wipers, $12. Title and tax and plates and inspection, $200. And tires balanced, $60. Now, what does all this add up to? Well, let's find out. Boom. Casio. You young folks haven't seen that, have you? Because I use my phone to video, yes. One day I'll get a camera. I just need more of you to subscribe first. Okay. Now this is going to be my initial reaction. You are going to watch me add all this stuff up. I have not added it up. So we will see how much I have in this rig. From what I mentioned without adding it up at home, what do you think? I'm going to guess right around $100. Let's see. Ooh, I wasn't that far off. I wasn't not that far off. $5,662. That might be backwards. Anywho, $5,600. Now, does that include the metal for the bumper? No. Does that include the probably, I don't know, 30 hours of labor I have in it? No. Actually, I probably have more like 40. So yeah, with cleaning and the bumper and all that jazz, I can't put this together. I don't know how to use it either. Here I am making fun of young people. So we have a lot of time in it too. So anyone could come and buy a junky old truck for $1,500, throw a bunch of money at it and make it work. But still, we're in the $6,000. You probably could have went and bought one that was running and driving already for $6,000. But would the trans need to be serviced in a week? Maybe. Would the engine start knocking because you don't know where it's been? Maybe. I took these same risks too, but we went in cheap. So since we went in cheap, is kind of a way to play it safe. And for all we know, this thing could have gotten sent to pick and pull if my buddy hadn't found it. Nobody knows. But at the end of the day, go out and enjoy it. Go buy something. Fix it. Mess with it. I happen to crunch myself and do this in a very short amount of time. And yes, I'll finish it next year or the year after that. Don't worry about all that. I'm the king of procrastination. Just go enjoy yourself. Enjoy your family like you're about to see me do. And just have fun. And hopefully when you see me, I won't be getting stuck. Wish me luck. What prime looks like right there, fellas. We got a rack to store all this, so huge thanks to Zane for all his generosity and skill set. And there you have it. I made it. Found that on the ground, not where it belongs. Not done, but we're at this point. All set up, doing the thing. But a Honda CR-V or whatever did the exact same job the Yukon did. Granted, without as much bells and whistles. It shows that anyone can just go out and do it. That's going to conclude the first part of the Overland build on TC5. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much and enjoy your family.